Oh my God, we're frying here. Oh my God, that was hot. I sent him. All right, kick it over. All right, how's it going, everybody? So welcome back to Mazimoto. This is a new week. Not really, it's the end of the week, right? What's today? Wednesday. Tuesday. It's the beginning of the week. And we finally brought Project Blitzkrieg to the shop, and it's Paul's bike now. So we'll give you a little look over. All right, so this bike I got a little while ago. It just kind of sat out front the house waiting for me to work on it. And Paul has been needing a bike for a while, so he decided to buy it from me, and now we're gonna work on it. Backstory on this bike is I got it from some guy in the Sunset. It had been sitting at this crazy guy's house forever outside in the Sunset, and it had Blitzkrieg on the gas tank here. And according to him, he took it to get dynoed, and it dynoed at like 90 horsepower or something like that. And he took it to the Nürburgring and ripped it around. So who knows how much of that is true?
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna make this a wheelie monster, right?
Rip the shit out of it.
So come along as we build Paul's bike. First things first, we're gonna see if we can get it running. So we're gonna clean the car, put a new battery in, change the oil, maybe keep the same plugs in.
Yeah, why not?
So come along. So here's the Sportster treatment wiring harness. I personally recommend getting these. I did this installation on Blue's bike, which I was going to show you guys, but I ended up not showing you guys because I got too into it. So looking at their instructions, it comes with a full instruction kit. The wiring harness is really nicely made. It looks like you need to plug this end into the ignition control module, which we do not have on this bike because we're running an electronic ignition. So because we're doing that, we kind of have to figure out how to go around this. There's also a tail light plug-in here, which we're not going to be using because we don't need it. We just cut this, but this is our taillight wiring harness right here. This is a ground for it. And this goes down to the brake light switch, which is right down here. There's two connectors that you just slide right on. Right there. So I just connected those two. There's this main circuit breaker here. We have this red wire here that we need to connect to the circuit breaker. I'm probably gonna have to undo this and do this a couple times just to figure out where everything goes. Take your time, read the manual. I think they also have a video, but we also have a video. So this main power wire will go straight into this guy here. And on the opposite side of this circuit breaker will go to the battery. So this powers the harness, and it powers, it gets power back from the stator, the regulator. These main wires up here, we have These two, the pink and the white, go to your coil. This purple one goes to your stock VOES system, which we don't have because we have an electronic ignition. So that's not going to get plugged in. And I believe this one goes up to the headlight, grounds out, or it powers the headlight. We'll figure it out in a second. So we're going to run these through the frame here, where the stock wiring harness went. There, run this down here. This will kind of just sit in here, just like that. Let this ground. So we found out what this black wire does. This black wire goes to this toggle switch, goes to the middle terminal on the toggle switch, and then your headlight would basically go to high beam and low beam on either side there and there. And then you would mount this wherever you figure out where to mount it. It looks like there's also a headlight harness. So this would be straight into your headlight. The black wire is the ground, and then the yellow and white will be either high beam or low beam. That will get plugged in there and there. So we'll get to this once we change out the front end and put the new headlight on and get all that stuff figured out. So we're just kind of shooting in the dark here, but this is not a stock bike. The guy that we got it from, I got her built and dynoed and got a bunch of stuff done to it. So basically we don't have the stock control module, and we don't have the stock points and everything like that. And we were looking for the cam position sensor, which that's what they call it in the book, but we don't have that because we have an upgraded ignition system, electronic ignition. So we're just gonna wire it in to be the black wire on the negative terminal of the coil. The red wire goes to power off of the harness, and we're just gonna set this up right here, ground out what we need to ground out, and see if this works. I'm hoping that it does. Nothing there. Cool. Got power to the coil. It's just not going through the coil. All right, so I basically ended up rewiring the old coil back in, and I found out that on this wiring harness, the white wire that goes to the coil is the power wire, and the pink one is not the power wire. So I hooked this all back up, and let's see if it has spark. This is gonna be kind of tricky to do by myself, but oh, 1 second, let me try something. All right, so I have my little spark tester here. We have spark, people. All right, gas is hooked up to the carburetor. The carburetor. Oh, do we need more? Do we need more? Boop, boop, boop. It's good enough? Good enough? Good enough. Gas is going in. All right. Ready. So it's a new day. And we didn't film any of this, but Mike's eating poofs over there. And we're working on Paul's bike once again. And it looks completely different because we did a lot of things to it. Last time you saw it yesterday, we got it running, and Paul wasn't here, but I sent him just a little video while he was at work of his bike running. And then today,
He shit his pants.
Today, we went ahead and swapped out the whole front end for this 35mm front end that's really clean, 21-inch front wheel. They want Speedmaster, some prism drag bars, some prism T-bars, prism grips, prism headlight bracket. I found this clutch cable in my pile of parts, and it looks really good up front. The headlight wasn't so... That headlight's actually going to fit really well. I know it might have been too small, but it fits really nice.
Paul, it's like you're working on it from the front back.
How's it feel?
Tight. Let's split some lanes, huh?
Split some lanes.
Harden that tail and we're gonna be down the road.
It looks so good, dude. See, this is why we didn't lower it down, so you can put your feet up.
Yeah, exactly.
See how it works. We're gonna get Paul down the road really soon. As you can see, we're salvaging parts off other bikes again. This front end was on the flathead. So now it's gonna force me to put my Springer on the flathead. And Paul has his bike somewhat more set up.
It's a roller.
We got a 16-inch spoke rear wheel that we're gonna throw on there. We have a stock Sportster rear fender that we're gonna chop, put on there with a sissy bar. We have a tank coming. Paul, you have a tank coming?
Yeah.
He has a tank coming. We need to put a front brake on the bike and get rid of these forward controls. Dude, there it is.
Shit.
So it'll look much better. It's already looking so good, dude. This front end looks so good on here. Holy shit.
Bike. Yeah.
Man, hell yeah. So we'll update you some more as we work on it some more.
Hell yeah.
And maybe we'll actually film some things next time.
Probably.
Hopefully.
We're not in a rush yet.
But next time it'll be probably rear wheel, rear fender, this whole setup back here. Put a tank on there, put a seat on there, and we got a whole new bike. I went ahead and mounted the headlight. I made this little bracket, this quick little bracket for the headlight switch, and wired it up so I have the power going from the wiring harness to the center post, and then high beam and low beam on either side there, and then the headlights grounded out right there. So it's all really simple and clean. I might extend this a little bit so it kind of covers this a little bit more. This is what it's looking like. Thank you for watching again. We'll catch you on part 2 of Paul's Sportster build. What are you gonna name it, Paul?
You'll find out in part 2.
You'll find out in part 2. Thank you guys again for subscribing and commenting and liking all the videos. I think we're gonna hit 1,000 subscribers in the next day. So we're stoked!
You!
Thank you guys again. We're gonna have some new t-shirts coming out soon, so keep your eye out on that. And maybe we might do a pre-order or something, maybe. But yeah, we're excited to be working on this bike. So we'll see you guys in the next video.